All right, chat room. Let's go ahead and get this party started, shall we? There's a lot to go over today. Now we will be down lurker, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. Wait, you guys couldn't hear anything? You guys can hear me, right? Yeah, the sound should be working. All right, let's do this. And here we go. All right, there we go. All right, let's do this.
Hello.
Greetings and salutations.
Oh, really?
Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome. Okay, welcome to Broken Solace, episode 2. Wow. Whoa.
Yippee.
Lots of stuff to go over today. Big, fat, spicy, rotund sesh. Feels pretty good. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Okay, well, we'll get straight into it. Who would like to give me the recap?
I have offered myself as sacrifice.
Okay. Are you guys doing a combo, or is it just you?
It seems like it's just me.
Hung out to try.
You want me to join? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Alright, go ahead.
All right.
Rule.
Our last session started with Marlowe returning to the Violet Brazier, calling upon the histories of the place, in which we appeared to have met a spirit of a cardinal, a guide, I guess, for these types of... He gave us much about this place, about many inquisitive questions Marlowe has about history and other such things. It was then that we continued on after, came into a large room with a obelisk, which appeared to have a prism of some kind at its peak. And after further investigation, we realized that the obelisk was some kind of monument to the Seven, to all those who had fought, past, and still fight, giving some kind of estimation of their accomplishments numerically somehow. Even realizing that those amongst our party who are marked with a shattered eye are also recorded upon it. As well as once it was interacted with by them, it revealed to us much about a enemy and their presence throughout what we can only assume are large spaces throughout space. As it's, and even a revelation about the Herald itself, though little is even known of that. Marlowe then proceeded to make a copy of the names upon a stone, which then transformed itself into a prism of its own. And then we proceeded to follow again our path, which led us to a large forest of some kind, where many of the past Seven now rest, their duties completed. We finalized our obligation to the spirit, the cardinal from earlier, cleaning up, I guess, a loved one of his. Many questions were asked to some of these spirits, or, well, I should say, learned about. when our friend Simon here decided to take one of the fallen branches from one of the trees, mark a name into it, and unfortunately, planting it and gaining the ire of Marlowe, who thought only those who deserve to be here should be here, remembered. And this argument and fighting called upon a being known as the Crown of Names, an indigo being, who informed Simon that it is not their time to rest yet. Another small discovery was found out afterwards about silver salt and dust, which is all the snow that surrounds us having some small connection. And other than that, we are now continuing on our journey.
All right,
Thank you
point
for
to
coming
legacy
to
for you.
Multicon.
Very good.
Point to Unga Bunga. Monkey.
So
Thank you for being very close to me, Crow. During all of that. It's
party
good to know you were being
continue,
attentive.
and so the party continues.
You're welcome.
Marlo's gonna stay behind in the woods.
Forever?
Fuck if I know. I don't know.
Okay, well, as the party moves forward, Marlowe stays behind. What do the rest of you guys do?
You could probably stab yourself with one of those branches, so if
You
you fall over dead,
Need
you're
a
already
moment
here.
or something? Again, Marlo? Another talking to history moment?
Walking well ahead.
No, I'm just gonna stay here.
Do you not wish to meet with the dragon?
Not at this moment. No.
I don't feel comfortable leaving you behind. Can you at least explain?
It's hard to. Not for a very long time in these past 15 seconds. I can't bring myself to kill that guy.
Kill who?
Liability to the integrity of history. I don't know.
Are you worried that they will incite your wrath again? Is that what you're getting at?
No, it's not inciting my wrath. I feel the same as when I spoke to Lander that one time. It's like I'm full of adrenaline and fucking exhausted. My chest hurts. The indigo man can stop him. Enact what I see fit for me, I guess. But he doesn't want to listen to my rationale. My mind tells me I should kill him if I have any integrity, but can't. Neither can I skip along with you guys. To get to the heart of the issue, is I have something to think about. God made this world to have fun in. I arrived and took it seriously. I saw a man having fun, and I was convinced that the world would be a better place without him.
I'm not sure what this love for fun is. But if you need time, I would ask that you at least take a compass with you so that you can meet back up with us.
I have an amber compass.
And you can use it
I
to
will
lead.
take it.
Elsie will step forward and put distance between the group and stay between Marlo and the rest of everyone else. I can lead us back. Give us some room.
Are we sure we want to him to stay by himself? We don't know where we are. We don't know how dangerous this is.
He
Let him.
gets like this. We can talk here for hours, which, in truth, I don't wish to do.
I looks at Elsie. You gonna lead him back?
If I have to drag him back on a leash, then yes.
Alright.
Marlo will pull out the chromatic key and he will toss it to Gruul.
Oh, okay. You'll catch it quickly. Storing it.
Alrighty, guys. Opens up amber locket. That way.
Does he often become crippled by death?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a big baby.
To make
But
it time true.
he's oh big baby.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
an extremely capable academic and is very good at de-escalating certain situations, but he is easily demotivated, and if called out, he will crumble quickly.
We should move on.
We can walk and talk. Please lead us.
Right.
This might not be the time for this, but did he say Lander?
Yeah. You
Yes.
know the name? He's like a famous merchant, right?
Yeah, we're talking
Wait.
to you.
We know him.
Pretty good.
You know my dad?
Oh,
Nar just stares at you, shocked.
you're
Like biological?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Have
not
us
really.
know.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyway,
All in soul.
He did mention a son whenever he came by to strike a deal with our city.
guess you must have been the family we're speaking of.
Pleasure to meet you. She holds out a hand.
Seems a
Sure.
little bit late for that, doesn't it?
Him and his men are currently running our lower markets, I guess you could say.
Lower.
I'm surprised you know him.
Didn't you say he went for a trip recently? He was out of the city when we first arrived back.
Yeah. So that's where he went.
I cannot think of other reasons why he would leave the city or how he traverses the wilderness. Other than being
Yeah,
carried.
He was brought in by a procession of, I can only assume, slaves carrying a throne he was sitting upon.
They're not slaves, they're my mummies.
I will raise an eyebrow into my hat brim, and it won't come back.
You shouldn't think too much about it, really.
I won't. And I'm going to motion people forward and copy essentially what Elsie was doing and stealth everyone.
Yeah, he's a normal guy. Just
fat,
good guy.
Large,
rotund,
Yes.
loud.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
obnoxious.
That's a 20. Okay.
That's a 2 to a 20. Nice.
Yeah, it's a really terrible roll.
So, the 10 of you continue without them?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Was that you thinking about it, Simon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. I think Simon's gonna stay.
Okay.
Oh.
No, please
19.
don't fight. He's
I will not.
Simon, I trust with this.
right.
Let us at least get some ground and then wait for them.
Great.
Well, I
don't.
Marlowe has threatened to fight. Probably each of us, at least on one occasion or another. He never has.
I think I'm the one who threatened to fight him at one point.
I don't think he's threatened to fight Chrome.
I don't
Probably
think.
No,
he
I
would
guess he
fight
hasn't.
with me.
because Chrome is.
no, I don't think any of us.
He almost did when the gold bar was mentioned, when Nenanoth sold out the fact that Chrome was holding on to money that he owed to Merlin.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
He
Almost.
didn't because Chrome's not a bitch.
All right.
Well, let them settle it.
Oh well,
Well,
too bad. Keep people righteous
My
on their deal.
personal favorite during these big lore sessions, splitting up. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you guys move ahead. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do your guys' stuff first for a bit, and then I'll come back here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's
so
good.
Here we go.
Don't you know you always split the party?
Yeah, it's the
If
first
you
you
want a
rule
good
of
mentioned it,
story, you
I-
gotta split the party and surprise the DM.
Yeah.
Now you
look,
mention it.
the
I want to
first
run
rule of
the
D-
opposite direction.
The first
I want
rule
to
of
touch
D&D.
the obelisk.
Always
We
split
should
the
go
party.
touch the obelisk. We should go like turn it on and not closed.
Oh yeah, the open button, the big red
Yeah.
button that the DM, the DM put there purposefully. Yeah, we should all, we should totally go.
Oh, my
Totally
apologies. Here, let me fix it.
After all, if we don't touch it, someone will.
Monkey.
Mhm.
Now we have a character reason why he's not talking.
It's
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
But I understand him.
All right, Josh. Then you can translate for him.
Yes, yes.
All right. When you get to about here, as you leave the forest behind, it will open up into a town of closely huddled together buildings, all of them apparently dilapidated or broken in some way. It seems to be abandoned. In the distance, you can see that one of the houses has a single lit candle in the windowsill. The one furthest at the end. We are on medium zoom, by the way. Each of these squares are 100 feet. As soon as the game wants to give me back control of my fucking mouse. Okay, thank you.
No, I.
Well,
Oh, map is active. Do as you wish.
No. Seems like someone's around.
I suppose we're going straight for the candle.
Yeah.
Is there any activity in this town? Like,
Perception check.
oh, Gwen.
Oh.
Man, these rolls.
Sure, I'll join in. Why not? Never mind, I don't join in.
Highest is 20.
All right. As you search through the area, you can see that the town is marked in many different ways. It seems that some of the buildings don't quite belong. They are built out of different materials or different styles and even different technological developed levels. Some are thatched roofs, some are Gothic sweeping tiles. And yet, despite these abnormalities, it almost seems as if there is a certain cohesion between it, an artistic flair of within chaos, beauty, within tragedy, hope. As the soft ashen snow flows over the landscape, you can once again feel the presence of those that came before. The many times that they've stepped, the words they shared, the histories they bared, and the futures they forged. That is what you see.
There goes any idea of figuring out where we are by architecture.
Well, we've kind of been shown that we're everywhere and nowhere all at once.
Yes.
All points in time connected.
The Edge, I suppose, was the name of the place.
Because they're moving very fast.
Potentially.
Sorry, I'll try and slow down.
You,
Runs 300 feet in a second.
you who is tiny little legs move so fast.
Fane will cling to
There,
his staff as
metabolism.
he's walking. Do we want to skirt around or head through? A walk
Good
through a
question.
place like this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
You want to go through the town?
I'm tired of being on the edge.
Yes.
It looks pretty abandoned, but maybe
Not
there's things
opposed.
inside.
Yes, but stay close and quiet.
Yeah.
So we all start squeezing down the alleyways.
You wouldn't have to squeeze if you were
right.
small.
As you enter, make me investigation checks.
Trained?
Basic.
Natural 20, baby.
Natural
Natural
19.
Mazakine has never rolled higher than like a 6 on an investigation check, I swear to God.
No.
Actual
Unless I-
Possible.
When you roll a net 20 and you see 19, it
You
feels
can never
bad.
find any snacks, man.
No. Unless I
No,
can smell it,
no
I'm not interested.
Alright, as each of you start to walk through the streets, you kind of hear a spectral din rise above your own footsteps of the crunching snow, twisting feet. You can hear that this din is conversations past, concern, hope, fear, courage, love, and loss all at once, kind of echoing around you. And then you see them very lightly on the edge of your vision. If focused too hard upon, they dissipate. But images of the beings that came before, seated upon the steps and stoops, walking through the streets together. Each word, each hope, shining like a star in the night sky. You overhear many things. Tales of dragons unconquered, dungeons undelved, and heroes unwritten. A place of raw potential and the solemn forgotten. That is what you see.
As for, do these things give the it's hard to make the distinction, but does this seem like spirits reenacting these things, or it is just a impression?
You don't really know. You don't sense any undead, but you also do not think it's just magic. People were here. People felt the things that these beings are feeling. If there is an impression, it is a natural one. A confounding juxtaposition of an otherwise unnatural phenomenon of a haunting, but through a natural concourse of echoing purpose.
If I
Also,
if I pay attention,
just so
sorry.
everybody knows, I'm going to be using a lot of prose during this session, in case you haven't
That's
picked
good.
up on that.
If I were to pick one out of the crowd and pay attention to them, do they like actually go into detail about whatever their hopes are, or do they just kind of like phase out every once in a while?
Make me a character level check.
Okay.
And also prose means I'm just going to be using flowery language. So, but if you
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
actually understand something I've said, you
Love
can
it.
ask me and I'll unfancy it.
Ooh.
Good roll.
Ooh.
Thanks.
My objective is for this to be cool.
Good. It's very cool. 26.
You guys hear the music too, right?
Mine
Yep.
didn't load. I pulled it up.
Yeah,
on
not-
the tab.
Not yet, no.
You want the link?
Venom's been loading very slow today.
I'll put. My God. Apologies.
Of the Son of the Seven.
It's that European debuff.
That's fine for me.
Venom, the
Oh.
link
In
is
here?
in general.
Okay.
You want to
thank
play it? Right click and
Yeah,
loop.
yeah, yeah.
So, as you focus upon one of them, you will see a large man standing in heavy black armor, a scythe across his back. It seems that he is calmly discussing with another man that looks like a witch doctor of some kind, or excuse me, a plague doctor of some kind. You overhear the tale. Their desires for more power, their focus on better ways to deal with their enemy, and a disdain for the weak members of their party.
Do they discuss how they go about gaining more strength?
Character level check to focus further.
Okay. Gimme.
Oh, that isn't a nat 20. Jesus.
Tall, imposing figure in armor. You feel his name on the wind. Eranimum. He speaks with a heavy, dark voice. Power must be taken. It is the only way. Might makes right. We'll attack them. We'll crush this bandit lord. And from him, we shall gain followers. And we shall use it to conquer this land. These horse lords won't know what hit them next. A proper weapon. That's where we'll start. That's what you overhear.
Very interesting. All right. Shall we move forward?
I would like to walk through one of these.
Be my guest. Just stay close.
Bane will peel off and go into one of the more gothic-looking buildings. And just sort of slowly walk through.
As you approach, you will see that the same thing that you've been seeing everywhere else. Imitations, impressions, manifestations. If you wish to focus upon it, make me a character level roll.
I will put my mask on and then do so. Nine.
Are you sure we could even attempt such a thing? I'd not be thinking that truly clearly that those Dabarakians have any hope for the Dalton. Our people are already broken. It won't be long for the horse lords realize just how bad of a situation we're in, Namos. Surely you agree. A pale-skinned man with a hat of gold and blue will look back and will state, "Oh God,
Obviously, we just need to convince them with more money. And if you guys would just follow my casino idea, we could make a lot of money."
And the vision fades.
The interiors of these buildings, do they... How do I ask this? You said this was like a winding mishmash of different architectural styles, technology, etc. Is there any indication that the interiors are larger than the exterior?
Yes and no. Both.
Then we'll just turn and begin to leave. He won't focus on them. Nah, that annoying dude reminded him of "Hello, sir," and so he will not focus.
As you turn to leave Fane, you will feel a powerful druidic force suddenly shift within the cathedral. As you turn to look, I presume.
Yeah.
As you turn to look, you will see a massive saurian creature. A creature of old. A dinosaur. One that looks like an Allosaurus. Massive and mighty. His scales thick and strong. And you will see that he is looking down on a tiny woman with white hair and red eyes, leaning against a book and slowly shifting through another. And you will hear, "Are you sure we should be making more undead creatures? That's not very natural of you." If you had just for a moment considered the fact that you have multiple times risen us from the dead, are we not all yet denied life and death? There is no difference within my magic and yours, dear Rannick. The only real difference is that mine aren't as pretty to look at. I take offense to that! You are all ugly compared to my glorious form. That's it.
Is there any way I can determine whether that is a druid wild shape? Because that's an Allosaurus talking to a woman. I don't even know what the fuck an Allosaurus is.
That is a druid that is wild-shaped, yes.
Vane pinches the bridge of his nose and sort of walks out of the building.
Okay. Shout out to Sean, wherever he is.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
These...
Oh, and Wanderer, too.
The strange places. Yeah.
Well, what did you see? What did you hear?
People from Calcatesh, I presume. They mentioned Dalton. That Deboric. Horses.
Something about horse loads.
You heard similar? Yeah.
Yes.
And then I saw a giant lizard yelling at a woman. Like a giant bipedal, tiny armed lizard.
Actually, Allosauruses have regular arms.
Do they have regular?
The Tyrannosaurus Rex has the smile ones.
Yeah. Was that the one with the horns?
No,
it's got.
No, that's the
Allosaurus has
Triceratops. Cyber.
No, the two
they have
horns.
pointy eyebrows.
Ridges.
Yes.
They got the brow
Oh,
ridges.
yes.
Yeah.
That's the Triceratops. Why are you whispering?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to give stage. I'm just trying to give stage direction from over here.
It's but it was yelling about undeath. But it was a druid of some kind. shaped wildly. Where does such a thing even live? What does it eat? How?
Pointy teeth or no?
Very.
Probably people then, and other things.
Carnival.
In any case,
You're
we
asking
should
the wrong
probably
question,
keep
I
moving.
suppose. When does it live? Maybe not anymore.
I don't really know what to make of all this. When I concentrate, I'm able to get anything that has life within it. Even the undead, I'm able to detect. These things, nothing.
There are
Their
many different opinions
memories.
on death.
Wouldn't really say their life.
Yeah, these feel deeper than memories, people. But I don't
Remember that
I
whole
hope-
thing on Wills of a Soul?
Hmm.
They had strong will.
Can I look for the most advanced looking building type?
Sure. The most advanced building you will see nearby something that looks almost cybernetic. You can see that there are moving parts, gear, steam, all sorts of different things. Okay, calm down.
Could not resist.
Oh god.
Oh, forgive me!
Stuff in there.
I could not
I cannot.
resist!
For the good of the mission, I will go.
French.
No.
Alright, as you approach, you will see that the advanced looking building is a tower, and within it you can see all sorts of strange beings. You will see the shadow of a small gnome, pelvic thrusting. You will see a centaur looking over some forms.
Oh
It's those
no.
people.
You will see a very fanciful looking man looking at what could only be described as a horned robot yelling into the distance. And above, sleeping on a hammock, you will see one of your kin. A shapeshifter. One with avian blood.
Are they talking? Can I listen to one specific, or is it just I see them there?
Make me a character level check.
Oof.
You will hear in the background, "Yeah, do me! Do me!" coming from the gnome in the distance. And you will overhear that there is a conversation between the centaur and the winged men. "Icar, are you sure we're going the right way?" Yes, I believe so, if this map is to be believed. "Well, now I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but we've been following this here fella for some time. And you sure the site's working right? I keep getting the hibbity-jibbities from it." "Well, it's quite simple, really. You know, Huckleberry, as much as I do, that Lord Death would not have allowed us to have it. Besides, the enemy is defeated, but that doesn't mean that there aren't evils that we must deal with." Yeah, I get it. I get it. Anything from that there Seculcuse? And that's where the image will fade. Shout out to Shattered Crowns, obviously.
I'll join back with the rest.
Shall we move on, or is anyone else sightseeing?
Nara's looking out at the town center.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go then.
Crane, was it?
Yes.
That mask you wear. You seem to be looking at things that aren't there. Are you able to see them? These pieces of memory.
The mask is an item I had crafted back at the City of Glass. It is a potent item, but more specifically, it allows me to see and speak with spirits, ones that are lingering. There's other factors, but those are less relevant. I am attempting to use it as an aid in places like this, but these manifestations are less soulbound remnants. I don't even know how to describe it.
Do you think they'd be able to construct another? I would have such much interest in such an item.
It is crafted from ancient wood. I honestly don't get much use out of this, but I made it at an important time, so I keep it close. Now, whenever we get back, I suppose I could see one crafted or find a recipe, figure out exactly what they tried to do.
Thank you. That would be appreciated.
He'll nod, kinda squint. Say nothing. Go ahead.
He's got his hands behind his back, thinking on
fondling a brain.
Actually, at the moment, he's more fondling that key he was given. Ooh.
All right, what do you guys do? Keep going. Or you got more you want to see?
Is this actually like a town square, like a center area?
You're in the center.
Yeah. What's happening here?
Here you can see buying and selling and trading. All the different shopping sessions that I've done.
Wow.
Oh my God.
We can't stay here, guys. It'll take too long. We gotta go.
No, I need to know. I need to know about every single thing that has been bought and or sold.
I don't think. Random question. I don't think we can see ourselves, like iterations of ourselves shopping.
No, because we don't.
Yeah.
Your
We're still
story isn't
here.
done.
I can't wait for Lander to be here for other people to witness.
Oh God.
Glorious.
Should we head to the candle?
I suppose we
Yes,
should.
building.
Or should we the furthest one? Or should we wait for the others to catch up first?
They wish for their time to speak. If they're not here for when we need to speak to others, then that's their choice.
I'm more concerned with this odd transpositioning that brought us here, and
It will bring them here too.
then we'll shrug.
They've got the LC and the compass. They find their way.
He'll
Made a choice
point
to
over
stay.
to Nar. We have ways of contacting them, even at distance. If we're on our way out, we can.
Do those still work here?
Yeah. My magic still works here.
Seems like contact outside of this place is beyond us, but inside should be. Well, I guess if needed, tested. Go ahead.
Stay together. Let's go.
Let's go. As we pass through the next sort of segment of buildings to get to the other end, I want to look at the sort of walls of the buildings to see if there's any like placards, right? To say estate of or house of in any languages I can
Yep,
understand.
there's plenty. Character level check if you want to focus on some.
Specifically focusing on druidic things over elvish. That's still only a 10.
House Modus. House Snaggletooth. House Booty Slapper.
Wait, guys, there's one here.
Wait, this one.
Other character, it's like, man, can't wait for House Big Fist.
Nah, Fane wouldn't stop for that, even if I would.
Oh.
He will think to himself that Calicut have some weird naming conventions.
Mm-hmm. Heading to the candle house.
He is no other,
He thinks to himself with a door of alcohol nearby.
Is there one?
Hey, I didn't name that.
Is there one on this door?
That's the
It's
door
where
with
the
the candle in it.
Yeah.
There is not.
The one with the candle.
Okay.
I looks up at the candle, looks at the door, goes to open it.
Nah.
Perhaps
it says as you open it.
Knocks.
There is no response.
I remember the last
Is
time
the
I
door
knocked on a
unlocked?
door with no response.
It is unlocked.
Opens door.
As you open the door inside, you can see a simple place. A simple, small cabin with a single room. Within this room, you can see that the candle glows brightly, illuminating the area upon the windowsill. And in the background, you can see a great black tarp thrown onto the ground. And in front of it, a silver cage, bird cage, perhaps, unoccupied.
I go over to inspect the tarp.
As you inspect the tarp, you will see that it is made out of a beautiful black velvet.
Nice stuff for such a simple cabin.
Does it scent like anything? Is there any smells in here that would be recognizable?
Make me a perception check at advantage as you smell the air. You can catch there was a scent of something in here. A creature, not like your companions. The scent goes out of the cabin further to
Something left and went back. Out back.
Gonna peek in and Arcana check the cage to see if it was magically sealed at one point. Like residual stuff.
Aquadude.
make me an Arcana check.
13.
You sense that there was something quite potently magic here, but it bears no schools or sigils, no evidence behind, except the impression of its absence.
There was something here. I was seeking for some kind of binding, even abjuring residue, but it's just mana.
It left outside around the cabin to the north not too long ago.
Does the candle in the windowsill burn down at all?
Negative. It is certainly magical.
Which way does the compass point?
Pulls out Amber Locket. To the north. Following whatever trail Mazkin's scents probably picked up.
Do you think this candle is important to leave here? This whole place has a feeling that things
Maybe you can
Can't
lure
put my finger on it.
Maybe you can lure your companion back if you misplace something. I feel anger and join you again.
You act like I want that.
Apparently.
You're about just as ready as Simon was at doing such a thing.
I'm with Simon. He was stopped, but his heart was in the right place.
Agree.
I don't think we should move forward without the three of them.
Why not?
We don't know what's coming next. We should at least here we have cover. We can stay and wait for them.
Well, just send them a message, not see what they're following yet.
Very well.
We haven't gone that far yet.
Is it actually cold here, or is it?
It is not.
There's thousands of feet, not far yet.
True.
Nara will begin to cast Ascending
Okay, hold there.
to...
Meanwhile,
Perfect segue.
the rest of the parties have just left. Go ahead.
Are you starting Silver or? I can go.
Elsie wouldn't really be saying anything, but she would be cautiously looking at Simon while keeping another eye, keeping peripheral vision on Marlo.
How's Marlo right now?
He's rolling up a smoke. He's
Alright.
Are they any good?
Are you talking about?
Talking to Marlo, yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Never really had sort of appetite for smoking, but this entire day feels like a new bounty of first, so just thought I'd ask.
They're drugs. It's like some people have a taste for it. Some people have a hunger for it. I have a bit of both.
May I try one?
Sure.
If you're willing to have one.
Marlo passes you an LP Curio, freshly handcrafted. Sorry.
This Elsie sort of takes two daggers out and this, in a quick and almost rehearsed flash of steel, makes a spark that's strong enough for a brief moment to light the cigarette.
As you light the cigarette and take a drag, the cool Norwegian flavor flows through. I'm sorry.
I suppose technically I should probably...
Oh, hold on. If we're gonna do this, let me... Okay. Let me complete your fantasy.
Elsie will awkwardly sputter a wee bit, but pretty soon... taking puffs.
So, Actually, I'm doing this the dumb way. Boom. Pow. There you go. I've lit cigarettes for you guys.
That's neat.
I'll go. Simon's gonna approach. Lighting the way, I see. Can I ask why? Why you stay?
A lot to think about. I am bothered to the point where it would be a detriment for me to continue forward. Not about your attempt at burying your friend here. That's just... It is bothersome, but... Nothing else.
Do you reach your limit? There's more. What is bothering you?
I've been thinking about the colors, names and trees, and I think that the facets of the colors, they presuppose an existence of their counterpart. You know all that monk nonsense about how, like, an empty cup implies a full cup? The day implies the night. All that shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Duality.
Yeah. A very loose philosophical sense. It's been a belief of mine for a long time that the shadow, this counterpart of the violet, is in fact memory. The true enemy. Not omniscience or oblivion. And it has yet to be repaired. The shadow of memory is pervasive. I see it out of the corner of my eye. It begs for my attention. I can try to paint a picture so see as I do.
Alright.
I think it's the same disease that plagues Gruul. The strings connecting his lower eyelids to some point in his past, yanking at them, pulling them deeper into his skull sockets. I think that is the enemy. If you could see it, and in it yourself, Marlowe will look at Simon for a moment. When you pine for something in the past, look at yourself when you see it, when the past has a grip on you. I think the shadow of Violet envelops this place in a strange feeling. Magic is beautiful, but in an eerie sense. Like a note that rings pure, then bends flat or sharp into a strange echo. The walls look almost wet, uncanny.
But you're the
It's
poetic
almost
type.
natural. My reputation precedes me. It's like an old incense that lingers, desperate to describe itself, but can't really recreate the scent that was. And I don't know. I don't feel like a guest or a traveler, but an intruder.
I mean, that is fair. None of us are exactly, willingly came here.
You think so?
But we're not exactly intruders. We came here by happenstance and we haven't been ejected. Hell, the only inhabitant we've been able to detect has beckoned us closer. Feels like we'd have stumbled across something that was rare. Immutable to anyone who knew about it. Imperceivable to everyone else. It's an experience. Nothing more.
Well, I think there's a reason we're here. Even though I don't know which one is, but I, in my way, just follow just go my way. Don't doubt it, just do it. Took me here.
Simon, I know you mean well, but if we did things your way, all of us would be naked and I'm pretty sure coked up to tits.
I would probably not. Getting the picture you're painting.
It's probably better you don't, if I'm being fair.
Don't misunderstand my coping mechanisms for my choices. I still have a lot of regret. On the people I could not save.
Also noted that solemnly.
I still think it every day. So I cannot left anyone behind. Even if I don't know you, I couldn't left you behind. They did it with me.
Are you speaking of your friend? Pedro?
There was more, but he was the one who saved me. His torment is... I don't know how much he's got left until he disappears. His soul destroyed. Definitely not what he deserved. That's what I tried. Even though deep down I know it wouldn't work, but even if it cost my life, I wouldn't regret it. I wouldn't feel so guilty about it. It took me a year to even know he was alive. Just to know he was slayed by Mytterian, the Watchful Knight. I really tried. I just feel like
Go on.
I just don't want to be left behind.
think that puts us at an impasse. Because my adherence, seeing history preserved to accurate form, conflicts with you trying to find a resting place for your friend.
You may be right. But even though there was a slight little chance to save him, for sure I will try it. I don't like passing my days just having sex and wasting my life trying to hide what deep down is hurting me. I don't know what to do. I've been following Fane for a year, not knowing what really is gonna happen, but trying to find my way.
I think my advice would be cheap. Or maybe not useful. Biased, definitely, as I would suggest that you don't use history as a place for your own sentiments. Even that, I question myself at this very moment. Marlowe will pull the prism from his underwear. Kind of, he'll use it to gesture. He tries to wrap up his thoughts. I have a century's worth of dead Pedros in my head. I've never used a war memorial of my ancestors as a wreath to garnish their obituary. Nor have I wished for the dead men I've loved to watch my sorrow as I speak to them. I guess there's a first to everything. Maybe we're not so different.
Maybe not.
Marlowe will take out the quill from Tyr and rewrite traitor from the face of the prism, the original name of the enemy. Put the quill in his pocket and hand the prism to Simon.
Hold on, back up.
Oh.
Back up.
What?
What are you up to, champ? Say it again.
He will pull out the quill,
Mm-hmm.
erase traitor from the face of the prism,
How do you do that?
and write the... Just attempt to. The quill.
Quill writes, it
Scratching
doesn't erase.
or... Okay, he'll write under it.
Okay, what do you write
I thought the
under
quill... The original name of the enemy.
it? Which is?
Don't you dare.
Silence, peanut gallery.
To be clear, it's never been said in character. Okay. One moment, please.
Well, it just turned fucky wucky all of a sudden.
Well,
I implicitly left room beneath it for the word Pedro, if you'd like to write that in there.
All right. So as you take the quill and scratch the name underneath it, as you write the name underneath it, light will start to pour outwards from the violet side of the prism.
What the fuck is that?
Arlo has it offered this.
Magic trick.
To rule.
Hold on.
He has room in his bag next to his box fallacy.
Yeah, something happens. As you attempt to hand it to Simon, the light will scour up once more. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Find it somewhere else.
Oh my god, this is your number? We can hook up.
I'm not gay anymore.
Anymore?
Before the violet, all things are possible.
Gotta
don't-
try everything once.
I don't know whether to be scared, excited, or laughing
Yes.
my ass off.
Once.
I see.
Yes.
Oh shit, I have a wife, sorry.
You fucking.
I'm not jealous.
had.
Fucking liar. He does not have a liar. He lies.
It's Phoenix Shadow Flame. What do you mean?
Yeah, it is canon.
Fucking goddamn it, dude. Sorry. I've gotta go fucking find this thing.
He pressed the button
Yay.
again. He did it.
See,
Golly gee willikers, I sure do love buttons. Think I'll press them.
Oh gee, I love lighting this
look,
shit.
We
Oh
can't.
boy.
at this point, we pressed every button. Let's go back and press the open button.
No, shut the fuck.
We can't let Marlo off
Silence.
screen anymore. Every time he goes off screen, he presses a color button.
Make my wife come every day.
All right, I'll try.
Poor
What do you mean
me.
you'll try?
I'll
So you're just gonna cut off Marlowe's hand to carry it around with you to pleasure yourself? Look, what the fuck?
Yes.
Blinks audibly.
So this was an incredibly tense moment.
It was.
We've been left alone with our own biddings.
No.
Shadow Cat.
The best way to break tension. In genitals and poo poo.
Oh.
I mean, look, we at the other part of town are straight up vibing, just waiting for you guys. You guys are in trouble.
Waymaker, please.
You're vibing, we're violating.
You know what? Here. That is
And
horrific.
now somebody quote this.
Hey, look,
Oh,
all right.
Nervous
Nope,
and
don't
scared.
Look,
Poo-poo
you
on my
weren't there. You weren't there when she
You
was trying
brought
to
this
tell
on
Lurker,
yourself.
telling Lurker to do weird shit in animal form.
He is right about that.
He is right.
Meanwhile, in Elsie's mind,
My brain's going
we're just
1,000
vibing
miles a
over
minute.
here.
It's
It's just like, oh yeah, we're vibing over here. The reply.
Frank's just meditating.
we
Outside
have no idea this is going
house
on.
booty slapper. He's just meditating outside, seeing what he hears.
Look,
God
guys,
damn it.
the prophecy must always be completed. There must always be a traitor.
What the?
No, Venom, you're just French.
You just
No.
Oh,
But can it only be one or can it be multiple?
It's the French man. Come on.
What do you think a revolution is? Come on now.
Come on.
The
I-
French
No.
retreating in the same direction.
Yes, but if the French have a revolution, they can have two sides rotting at once. It's okay.
So you're like a writer. Where did you study?
I think you're in the middle of the fuck zone.
You're in that cutscene, buddy.
All right, so
I studied at Hustlers University.
okay, so
Shut
let's listen up here. All right, so some shit's about to go down.
Hooray!
Oh man. Screen just paused. This whole time you guys could have been running for your lives.
Boyd and I won drag queen bingo yesterday, and I have the same butterflies in my stomach as the moment where I'm like, maybe she didn't call.
Let me know when you hear the music.
I hear
I do.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh!
Okay, so from the prism, violet light will slowly begin to pour outwards from the markings of the author's quill, and from it, something will be summoned. The shadow of a halfling.
I'm right.
There he is.
As he is summoned forth, he will look around and will smile. He'll kind of lean back, cross his arms, and look up at both of you, towering above him. All 4 feet of him, proud and strong. Then, with a voice that sounds like glass cracking and slightly muffled, it will speak. And why, pray tell, have you summoned me?
Do you not belong here?
That's
amongst the other names.
Well, that's a hard word really to go over. Belong. I mean, who decides that?
Who decides to name you traitor?
Ah,
What word should be recorded?
the actions decide if someone's a traitor.
Do you know this kid?
No.
Well, you know my name. What are all yours?
Well, I'm Simon Waller.
He'll give a nod.
Elizabeth Rowan, pleasure to meet you. She'll bow slightly.
Alphas of Maljatal. Go by Marlowe.
Give a nod. You already know my name. You can just call me Mr. Wigglyfoot if it's all the same. I don't like my full name. It's very cumbersome. I have to say, it's been some time since I've been manifested. Some time since I've heard my own voice. Really. So you're the new heroes then, eh?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far. Maybe this guy, I guess.
Ah, you're all heroes of your own story. You're the ones what got the Traveler Souls, innit?
Apparently so.
He'll stroll over here. And, smoke the cigarette that was thrown on the ground.
That's not for kids.
Oh, that's pretty good. Finely crafted. Smooth, hand-rolled.
Yeah, not as accurate as I was first expecting either, from personal experience.
Reminds me of the pipe we grew back home. Anyway, so, what y'all doing here on the Story Island?
Having a bit of trouble uttering to my...
Sorry, you have to speak up, boy. Can't really hear you over there.
Sorry, my mic gain is all fucked.
Oh, that's alright. So you just gotta adjust it on my end.
Is that some kind of magic?
Having a bit of trouble. I like to think I know what's best for the future by protecting the past memory.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But someone decided to encapsulate you in history as the traitor.
Oh, well,
And
kinda was.
What action did you take to earn you that title?
Well, you see, for me and my mates at the time, me, Scorder, and Falcon, and all them, we had a bit of a disagreement, aye? And, we was all tense, the 7 of us. We was arguing, going back and forth, and, even though Scorder, the angriest of us, everyone thought he was gonna do it, but the first one to swing was me, you see. It's a piece of regret I've always had with me. I struck first. Now, I thought I was right at the time. And true, I still think that Scorder was wrong. Greed in his heart and all that. But maybe we might have made a peaceful resolution. I don't know. All I know is that my heart at the time told me that I should strike first. Or maybe it was fear. I don't really know. But it did. And that action caused a whole domino effect of them, One after another, after another, after another, until finally, me and my mates, we was fighting each other. Spilling each other's blood. Despite the greater threats to Flan. Eventually, we made peace. But there was always a sense of, a wound in our friendships. And yet, if I didn't strike, we never would have discovered what the dragon was up to. If I didn't break the peace, we would have argued until finally we did nothing at all. Stagnation. 'Tis a curious thing to speak of the past and the future when both are so easily changed. The past is just as, well, what would you call it, fluid as the future is. The past is still happening. You just don't know it yet, yeah? Until you're the now, and then you look back and say, hey, that happened. Time's weird like that, I guess. Best thing I could really tell you is that I bear the mark of the traitor because I did betray my friend's trust. I attacked them. And yet, that same action led us to complete our goal. Victory over, well, the evils that threatened Flan. I couldn't tell you if it was right or wrong. I don't think that part really matters. But stagnation that comes from, well, everything getting along is much worse than a momentary pain of change. Change, well, it's needed. But change doesn't happen on its own. It takes those with the will to do it. Marks of desire, marks of truth. Each of these things is subjective, Everyone thinks they're important because they are. They're not wrong. But if everyone's important, then no one is. And there's an equality in that. Strength, circumstance, desire, failure, happiness. It's all part of the same thing. It really is. So, me being branded traitor, yeah, that's a bad thing. But even a bad thing can be used for good. And also, betraying memories of yourself is something you need to do to grow. You can't stay the same.
Growth is a constant.
Aye. I think so.
I have a favor to ask of you then. As I don't disagree with you at all. I feel that what you say rings true. It's just it is not where my heart aligns me to, I suppose. My question is, suppose I want to do right by memory. What name do I keep on this prism? Or could it be your name? Should it be the name that your friends gave you? The name traitor? And to that extent, I guess who am I to tell Simon that his friend Pedro doesn't belong here? Someone at some point in time changed history, and is that not history in itself?
That's your choice. See, one of the things I learned is that status of traitor is a gift. In fact, the word itself, from the ancient ways, means to deliver, or to hand over, to give. I gave my friends a new life, and we succeeded. I don't have no regret of what they call me, because without me, we wouldn't have been, well, nothing. Just like I wouldn't have been nothing without them. Call me whatever you wish. It doesn't matter to me.
Marlowe nods.
As is Elsie.
As for all that, other stuff, you know, there's a place and a time for everything. And, this place is a place of stories, you know? Have you spoken to the storyteller yet?
Is the storyteller the individual who's been entreating us onward?
Yeah, probably. He likes to do that. He'd be able to explain things better than I could. It's,
Yes. It showed me a future.
What he probably showed you was what something that could be. Not something that is, or even something that was.
Yeah, possible one.
Oh yeah, so all the history is just a series of ifs made thens. You know? If this happened, then that happens. That's all it is. History should be respected, aye. But it shouldn't be held on a pedestal. Because if there's one thing I do know, that old adage of history repeating itself, that's for people that lack the vision to see what the world might be. History doesn't have to repeat itself. It just tends to. Because if people never change, then it will. There must always be a traitor. He'll smile as the energies around him fade. And then finally, he shifts slowly back into the dust, the colors returning to the prism. Oh, and one more thing. Don't lose faith, aye? That's the big thing that you need. Keeps you going.
That's true.
Oh well, Wrigleyfoot.
Nailed it.
Yeah, weird kid, but I like him.
Faith is a bit difficult. I have a million voices in my head arguing with one another.
Oh, I envy you. You have a faith of some kind. Never had any faith to begin with, to be fair. But then again, you invoking a prism and you trying to bury your dead friend who is clearly not dead in the forest. I really shouldn't be having any faith if either of you do.
You have some kind of faith, at least enough to keep you 20 feet in front of us, onward on the path. If anything, you have faith in the future.
Can't expect the past to repeat with the ending changed, Marlo.
Yes. If you don't have faith, what's the point in living?
I can walk, ponder endlessly, and I won't attack you. My fate. I might come to a conclusion. Tell you something about how I feel about history. Maybe ask a request of you, but I'm going to impose my will on you, I guess.
That's fair, I think.
Agreed. I'll make sure you both keep to your gentle meditations.
It is at this point.
And if not, well... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just at this point is when the sending comes through. Also, I need a second because I just went down ancient memory lane and I'm pretty emotional. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That is a ancient piece of lore that people haven't really covered yet. Big shout out to Luke for paying attention.
My balls almost fall out of my ass. I was like, I just lost Drag Queen Bingo, which I thought I won.
I mean, you did a very good job.
I know that name was said back in the Violet Arc.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say it out loud.
Don't do it.
Do it.
On the 11th of February this year, Luke DM'd me at 4:30 a.m. my time, crazed asking about your characters. Because I whispered something wiggly in a VC and it drove him insane.
Whether it be fate or not, I have completely spurged out at the two men who have showed me their testicles on this server.
I will go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And
Go
then
have your
we'll,
moment,
we'll
Arcade.
go.
Yeah, take a second.
I unmuted to say you.
It wasn't gross. Neither of them.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I suppose if they're tastefully presented.
Very shiny.
Very shiny. Oh no.
I'm sure if you
I was
ask,
honestly expecting a ribbon.
I'm sure if you ask nicely, he shows you too.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
You don't even have to ask nicely. Well, if you
That was
you just gotta
private.
make the request. And books will be glad. Gladly.
Love you, books.
We really
Love you,
do.
you crazy son of a bitch.
But
Hey, Craig, can I
balls.
see your ball and talk about deep lore?
I mean, if you need it.
The ball drop.
Is this like your little fidget thing? In order to concentrate, you gotta stare deeply into someone's testicles.
I please.
Please.
It's quite the
It's enough.
conversation.
Please, can we divert?
yeah, there's the sending.
Andy.
Oh, you sent it to Elsie. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you send a text message, when you send a text message, you send it to the responsible adult.
Yeah, you send it to the dedicated driver.
Yeah,
It checks
yeah.
out why she wouldn't send it to Simon after the well situation in the camp.
Yeah, warn the others where we're going. Climbs down after her.
Man.
I know I can respond, right, with this?
Yeah, 25 words.
Okay. I'll type it out.
You just hear my voice in your head.
Terrifying.
With all the lovely little missing letters and all that stuff.
Thank God, I thought it was French for a second. No offense, Venom.
Man.
All the offense.
I want Arcadum to throw a French-speaking halfling at Waymaker someday.
Oui. That's fine.
Oh.
I love how all this French stuff started because I pissed off Nowl, and now it's gonna haunt me for the rest of my days.
You are always
Welcome to my
French in my
world.
book.
Craig, you say stuff all the time, bro.
And
The haunting ends eventually. We haven't mentioned the CNC in like at least a week.
no,
Excuse me?
maybe you haven't, but I heard it
I
like
haven't.
yesterday.
Oh, yesterday,
Like an
man.
engraving machine?
This
You
does
truly
not feel
are
like a stream
correct. Yes, an
conversation.
engraving machine.
You engrave my acorn.
Probably can.
That sounds painful.
I've got one at work. I don't know how to press the buttons, so I'm sure to ruin it.
Yay.
Want to hear about my depression? To go, mom.
What I see, my acorn.
I carry it with me always.
Keep it precious and close.
Person head size.
Yeah,
Fix.
they're chimera testicles with the engraved property.
Fully
Shakes
aware.
my head.
Back soon. Brush with violet hue. Smoke.
That feels like more than 25.
It is. The bracket is 26 and 27. This Elsie would know 25 exactly, so just say that.
Elfane Solomon wasn't misbehaving. Oh, that's good. Hey, Fane, they didn't kill each other.
That's expected.
They're
Simon
behaving.
isn't. Simon's not a violent person by nature, unless provoked. But
You seem
there's
provoked.
there's no more for him to gain by trying to engrave his friend's name. The power that protects this place has shown him a different
Yeah, I'm
path.
back.
Welcome
Still,
back.
if they come back and they're holding hands, just say it won't be the first time Simon has been angry with somebody and then made up.
You should be scared of what comes after that.
Oh, make sure Merlo's wearing his shoes.
Are the three of you coming back?
Yeah.
I mean, we have a little time.
And follow Elsie.
The woods.
I'd keep them in my peripheral at all times, make sure they don't misbehave again.
They leave cigarette butts behind for
Are
future
No
travelers.
littering.
Yeah, those are two addictive personalities that are just moments away from getting coked out.
Memory forest burns down from the cigarette butts. Yeah, it's good.
No, you can just flick them in the street. Street
mean,
cleaning
to
comes
be-
by.
To be fair, who can resist the sweet smell of an LP Curio?
LP Curio.
That was a great
So,
section.
something I want to go over, and this is more for me. I want to tell you guys about the moment that the first character I played became the traitor. So, many years ago, my companions and I were attempting to free the city of Flan from an unknown evil. The river was poisoned, and we had suspected it was from one of the mayor's deputies. But we were having a disagreement about a few things, most notably about what to do with all the treasure we just found, and also how to attack this ghostly island or whatever. It was in the middle of the lake. And during the arguments we were having, I, Falcon Blade Reaver, the green, Frotool, the red, were on one side, Scorter Firefist, the orange, Saphira, the blue, and Koga, the indigo, were on the other side, and Natalia, the yellow, was undecided. And in our arguments, I took the first shot, because I thought that Scorter was too powerful and that we could not win if he got to attack first. And from that one moment, I created all of this.
Rad.
Man.
Oh.
There you go.
That's it.
That one sentence, I created all this from that, gave me chills.
Yeah. Where all it came from.
Cool.
A single spark.
Wow.
I like frogs.
There's a lot of ways to think about the sentence. There must always be a traitor, and instinctively, maybe it's just my disagreeable part, but like one of my default responses is "nuh-uh." So you could have, 12 non-traitors and have something, but I think I'm missing the point, and I still don't know what it is. But it's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Arcadum, was he a memory or was actually him?
Yes.
You could probably ask that question about this entire place.
But yeah, that was a really important moment. And Luke was very close to guessing some shit. Man. Super proud of him.
Seems like it's his forte at this point.
What did he actually engrave on the stone?
He can tell you if you want.
I engraved what was said to Booker when he asked the question about who the first Shattered Eye was. James P. Wigglefootman, the first Shattered Eye.
Or
There you
That was
Mr.
back in
Wigglyfoot.
Silver Star episodes.
Mr. Wigglyfoot, yeah. I forgot that Booker got his full name.
James P. Wigglefootman. I was 13. Anyway,
That's a line.
That's wonderful, though.
but yeah, thanks for sharing that moment with me, guys. It really means a lot.
Heck yeah.
It's a pretty big part of everything. I do feel a little down because the other colors I don't think will probably ever play with me again, but I was grateful for the time that we did. And it means a lot to me. God, I love this game.
No, it's great.
But yeah.
Hearing that song again, like, freaked me out.
Love that song.
Was it Lumina?
I'm gonna let go of the we gotta let go of the urn. I've been holding it for the past 2 hours.
Yeah, go pee, yeah. Before we get ready for the next. I'm almost ready for the next scene. I'm just still recovering from going down memory lane.
Thank you.
Maybe.
I remember back in the Violet Arc. I think they were in the Violet Vault whenever the names were mentioned, and I frantically wrote them down in a note that's still on my phone. I was like, each color and each name relating to each color. Cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was just like, this is cool. Writes it all down. This is probably going to be important later.
You're gonna have to send me that.
I really wish there was a group that stayed in Saphira long enough to see if the name correlates to the bearer of the color. I really do.
Wouldn't that have been nice?
Well, that just wow.
I also remember trying to write down the thing that
I blame Van.
What was this? Hold on.
No, we love you, Vin. We don't blame you for anything.
What? I can still love him and blame him. He can take the
layout.
fault as his own.
While you guys are doing that, Fane is just outside House Booty Slapper hearing horrific noises. Trying to focus.
You know, the funny thing is, that player was actually pretty serious.
Is he the kind of person who has like the dumbest name but the most serious character?
His full character name was Hands-On Booty Slapper.
Was he a halfling?
Son of Long Dick Booty Slapper.
I see he made an impression.
Mm-hmm.
He shall be remembered in the halls of memory.
Fucking House Snaggletooth, House Modus, and then House Booty Slapper.
I mean, there's more, but those are just the ones I gave you from that roll.
Yeah, I roll like ass. Yeah, don't worry about it.
We all know that House Booty Slapper is the most powerful house
he would introduce himself as, "Greetings, I am Hands-On Booty Slapper, son of Long Dick Booty Slapper, and I've come to bargain."
Powerful.
He was incredibly serious, and that's what made it so good.
Bro,
and then, of course, my characters would have to be like, "Sir Booty Slapper?" Like, "Yes, that is me." Hands-On Booty Slapper, son of Long Dick Booty Slapper.
If someone
was he a halfling?
Like, no, what actually, he was just a guy. He was just a human.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Man, we lost a good one.
That was so funny, dude.
We lost a good one.
Well, someone could pull off a Leslie Nielsen sort of approach to RP.
Look, if somebody came to me and told me that's their full name, I will immediately give them all my gold. I'm like, you don't need to bargain. Here you go. You win.
Oh, okay. Now, put that in notes. Venom is easily made turned over with funny names.
Twilight Mouse makes a new disguise.
But yeah, you guys are great. Thanks for playing. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks for
running for us.
It is an honor.
Someday someone will walk through a place like this and hear an annoyed Irishman speaking to a frog and be very confused.
Oh, my food's here. Give me just a second to go grab that.
I swear to God, if there's another point where someone goes to the edge and they're gonna hear the fucking communications line, I'm
You're
going to
cheese
and making
You
a
wanna see my
communication.
You wanna see
I'll
my
be the
acorn?
traitor. I'm gonna violate all you fuckers.
I
They're
love
gonna hear-
communications.
Do you want to see my acorn?
If you want to see my acorn?
I don't even fucking have it anymore. Fuck off.
I do.
Why not? We've already saw your nuts.
I know, you know who has it now? Nar, and Nar stays quiet.
Whose
Well, it's
acorn
good to
got
know you're
thrown through
handling
the
my nuts.
portal? Was it Marlowe's?
That was mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
So I-
currently handling Marlowe's nuts, yes.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Nut.
I don't know why it's engraved with "You wanna see my acorn" hyphen gruel when you introduce yourself as Nenanos. I should ask who this gruel person is.
I
Nenanos
think
is a fucking state of mind. It's not.
I think Marlowe's called me Gruel in person a couple times.
Yeah. But you're also a very smelly undead abomination. So
Look, you keep saying that.
He perfumes. He tries really hard, guess.
you have a 30-foot aura of stank.
It's not stank. All right.
You're like the unshowered guy that comes into a local game store.
Oh,
Everyone ceases to be able to heal.
Yo, we
within
talking
the aura.
about Craig right now?
No, we're talking about gruel.
Look,
That's
just
rude.
because it's a very good analogy doesn't mean it's true.
+1
Look,
Arcadum.
I like how
+1.
the only artifact I have in my underwear now is dick of unquantifiable length.
What?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you
it's
gave me all of your
unquantifiable.
artifacts at this point, didn't you?
It's never been mattered.
What did
It's like
the author
Schrodinger's
mean
cat.
by this?
He has never rolled.
Schrodinger's dong. All right.
You
Yeah.
have
He's
It's the
never
only
naked
weapon
it.
I have left against the matron of
Schrodinger's
fate.
dong.
He literally stripped me, but he has not been seen himself. No.
He has literally stripped me. That's crazy.
You mean tell
That's a
me?
quote right there.
Yeah, totally.
I'm gonna write that down.
Man. Do it
That
yourself,
would be
coward.
uncomfortable around Twilight Mouse
No.
if she was naked.
What?
All right.
Very
Oh,
curvy.
I forgot
like
my
little
fork.
violin.
Hold on, I need a fork. Fuck.
oh yes, here it
He's
comes.
gonna
Do you not have any razor chopsticks nearby?
No, he's getting his
No,
LED
do not say it.
powered
I do it.
prismatic.
Razor chopsticks.
He's gonna go grab the prismatic set.
Yeah, this is what we pay the food on stream battle pass for. Is for
Yeah.
the prismatic utensils.
Whoever that guy on YouTube is, we want this. This is part of the experience.
No.
Yeah, but
I
If
disagree.
your D&D table does not have the constant crunching of potato chips and slurping of sodas, then you're doing it wrong.
Damn.
Colossus is putting that in fatter.
Mm.
I put it.
fucking. It's an aura of unlife, guys. It's not smell.
It's an aura.
I need to open MS Paint and try
I
and
wouldn't
turn
even
the
know I was
camera
down
into
there. I
frame.
was grabbing a fork, and all I could think about was just like, this is what we pay the Battle Fast for food on stream.
This is immersion, people. Immersion.
Immerse.
I'm so fucking immersed right now.
Luxury has many facets.
Do we feel actual genuine question prompted by this? Do we feel hunger while we're here? Like
always
normal
hungry.
biological processes? Do I need
no.
to piss?
It's only unfiltered, undeniable rage.
Constantly
Yeah, that-
thinking of the
that's-
sandwich I left
Pretty
on
sure it's
breakfast.
Mazikeen.
Right.
I'm so mad. All right, I'm ready to rock.
Okay.
We ready to rock?
I see them. They're coming here.
Great.
So, y'all good?
I guess it's time for us to go follow this trail, Mazakine.
I mean, follow the combat.
Either way,
Sleep
it works.
the same way.
There's one thing that I wondered, since it was asked earlier, should we take the candle? I say no. But what if we lit a torch with it?
Oh. Also, does anyone know anything
Hi.
about a silver bird cage?
Can you light
Silver.
a torch on a magical candle?
But go ahead.
Yeah.
If the flame produces heat, yes. Somebody has left us.
Died.
I
I
will
missed
hold out a torch over the candle.
Before you do, can I take a look?
Sure.
Uh,
It's a candle.
Can I make an investigation check on the candle?
Sure can.
Okay. I'll burn Versatile Mastery for advantage. 19.
The candle's magic is purely to be ever burning. Produces no heat, just light.
Okay. This looks like a simple form of magic. See how there's no dripping from the candle? It doesn't actually give off any heat, it's only light.
Huh.
So
I stick my finger in the candle, in the flame.
Why would you?
My fingers are too by eyes.
No, why did you?
Is it-
It's the only
The only
thing.
thing.
Only stops the edge. Okay. Nothing happens.
Ha! I'll run my hand through the flame a couple times. See, it's nothing. It's just light.
Yeah, like I just said. No heat, only light.
cool and nifty. What? I should remember that for the future.
All right. I will leave it be, as cool as it is. Should probably move on. Mazikeen, you had some kind of scent trail or something?
It's just leading north.
North it is.
No,
Sprints off the edge.
Yeah, 300.
Why are
feet in
you
1
so
second.
fast with those tiny little legs?
For you three, if you had noticed, this place just seems to be more echoes of the past homes, other locations.
Simon,
Really?
sorry to do this again. Can I take
Yeah.
that prism back? I still have to wrestle with it, I think.
No, it's mine. Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
It's all good. Let's go.
Sorry. Put that in fatter.
Arcadum, I think you need to move Chrome. OP has disconnected.
Yes, he disappeared.
No, I should have him. I think.
Oh yeah, got him. Okay.
Oh, I actually don't have Chrome. Never mind.
I hope he's good.
Where'd he go?
He just
I
kind of
don't
dropped.
know. Yeah, he
His
disconnected.
internet dropped.
Probably.
No, they keep updating it.
It is a piece
Oh,
of
that's
art.
good. Oh, that's better. I'll delete mine.
I put a lot of work into that. Arcadum was getting his prismatic utensils.
Okay, that's it. First of all, I don't have them anymore. Second,
Mhm.
they cost $30. You can go get
Okay.
them yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Wiggly Fork, whatever you say.
Amazing.
Amazing.
You know,
Amazing.
it's just how worth it is it really? It's pretty worth it.
Man. We're just gonna
I
keep.
really like this game. He said.
Yeah, he's just gonna throw. He's just gonna throw seven. He's gonna throw 7 prismatic dragons at us.
Just
Hey,
like
fair.
$30 per piece.
For a group of 12, we're pretty, like, wieldy. We're very polite with each other. Except for Suri being a shark.
I'm so
And
Just
Greg
nat-
smiling. I mean, no,
His
no.
natural form.
Whoops.
I got him, don't worry.
Turns around.
I'm going to move away from him.
What?
Nothing.
I waved my hand in front of my face. You saw nothing.
What was the smell?
I thought
What?
I saw my. I thought
What's that smell?
Bum dear.
Does Menon also have his grippers out? That's the real question.
Fucking what?
No, he wears really
I have steel-toed boots, thank you very much.
iron-shod boots. Like
Lame.
an orc.
You should have skeleton feet. Be much cooler.
No, he's just got boot suit.
Yeah, Swig is working on the skeleton feet eventually.
I have bone toes in depression.
What was that laugh? You like teed.
Like, as I fucking tabbed over it, I looked at the stupid piece of art I made. I need to go save it now. Gruel stink.
Perfection.
Okay. Everyone loaded?
Load.
Oh, yeah.
Fully loaded.
We're wandering around.
My
Ahead of
load is
you,
ready.
as you follow the stone bridge, up ahead you can see a large stone gate connected to an even larger circular platform. You can see that there are languages etched into the side of this gate, thousands of them. All of them seemingly to repeat the same phrase that you're all able to read at some point or another. It simply says, "Gather your party before venturing forth."
It says the thing.
Oh god.
Look.
This feels incredibly meta.
I am gathered.
The meta place.
Simon, this is your expertise, isn't it?
Yes. Everybody, hold hands.
Mr. Grill, where is your barrel?
Right, he's dragging it behind him.
We're asymmetrical without your barrel.
What do you, Fane's one out of position.
I'm holding hands. With
Bro,
Simon.
holding hands.
Hey, Simon said to hold hands. He done it before.
Oh, is this a thing we're doing? Okay, yep.
Yes,
Good.
yes.
Hold
Oh,
Hang on.
read.
Hold Fane's other hand, and then squint at Mazakim.
It's closer.
We are perfectly symmetrical.
There's
without
a
his
prolonged
deeply
eye contact.
unnecessary barrel.
Yep.
Eye contact.
I don't feel very gathered.
Guy.
I mean, we're kind of gathered in the shape of a spoon, but you know.
Oh my god, alright, fine.
I'm gathering. I'm here. I'm gathering.
You're
Prismatic
gathered.
spoon.
You're
Oh, it's
gathered.
shotgun.
Do we
We're
gather
gathered.
parties complete or
Excellent.
separate?
Alright, as you
Hey,
gather...
wait.
Yes? Go ahead.
Hey, we could argue about logistics for 5 minutes.
We could.
No.
Why limit ourselves to
Tempting.
5 minutes?
No.
Tempting, but there's no bathrooms here.
No, so long as I'm in the middle of everything, I'm good.
Fireball on self.
Okay, please, Arcadum, move us forward.
Yeah.
Please. I beg.
As the party gathers, the stone doors slowly begin to open. Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, look, it worked.
Man, this is so exciting.
I wonder if we separate now a little bit, do they close again?
If I step my foot out here and then bring it back in.
Greg's the kind of person to slowly close a fridge door to see if the light stays on.
No, I'm long past that point. You know, I figured out how
Closes
it
the
works.
fridge door while sitting in the fridge to see if the light stays on.
It's too complicated. Just put a webcam in your fridge.
Oh, yes, a webcam.
The fact that you said that makes me think that you actually either thought about it or did it.
We've
Alright.
all
No comment.
As the door
We've all done it.
as the door opens before you, all around you, you can see that there are stone effigies, murals depicting an ever-shifting form of images that move about stone enclosure. In the center, above, there is a great spectral web around a singular sphere. And here, a creature slowly rises to move forward to greet you. One moment, please. I fucking love this version of the song, by the way. It's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started playing, the Halo theme played in my head. So
Yeah.
now I'm just
Yeah,
here
yeah.
silently going da 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 da. I have a lot of brainworms. And they're having a rave.
No, see,
The, the-
worms. No, go ahead.
The murals, are they moving at a rate that is hard to discern what they're trying to depict, or are they sort of slowly moving?
They move quickly until you gaze upon them. When you gaze upon them, they seem to slow, and you can see stories flashing before your eyes. Stories of heroes, of villains, of love and loss, pain and sorrow, trauma, victory, triumph. All the things that make a story. All right. And this creature approaches you. 2 seconds.
I think it's prismatic plates.
Fuck 'em.
I'm having a great time.
Well, I am vibing.
Eat him, yes.
I feel like Fade's just that meme of whenever you look away.
Eat him, and then they won't know. Simply take his place.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like that's what I double checked the
Wait,
first
that's
time
so
when he did
cool.
that. Yeah, when he did that, I was like, what?
I feel like that is some
Guys.
terrific implications.
I'm ready.
Go back to your place, frog boy.
And you will see and you will see this creature appear before you.
Yep.
Hey, it's this one.
That's a dragon.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Nice ball.
There's only one.
Orb. Rotund.
Oh.
Very cool.
Wait, dragons are real?
Yes.
As the creature moves forward, you will see that it rests upon the stone and the snow, and it will give a deep bow. Within its forehead shines a prism as the colors flow in and out and throughout it.
I know, but
Oh, curtsy.
Elsie will give a terrified bow.
Jag spinner så lite så bra.
The creature will speak, a soft, dulcet tone. Greetings, travelers. Welcome to the Shrine of Stories. I can feel the effervescent grasp of your hunger for knowledge, the fear of the unknown, and the burden of what comes next. Know this, that within this place you are safe. Harm shall not befall you, save for that of truth, which though pure in its form, may yet be harmful still to those unable to bear it. You may refer to me as storyteller, for it is both my name, my occupation. It is me. Your names are written here upon the murals. Fresh to the flame you are, burning with purpose. And some of them, oh, some of them have been something to watch. And now, you have crossed the gate of gates and found yourself in a place that few have ever seen and fewer still will ever understand. An exciting role that I have to act as the banisher of your ignorance. Speak and be welcome.
Thank you.
Good things.
Oh, Matt.
Nice.
Marlo will squint in his general direction. But a daze over him.
Oh. This sounds stupid, but it's kind of his line of thinking being overwhelmed. Can I determine if this is a wild-shaped druid based on him seeing the Allosaurus and seeing that it's a wild-shaped druid?
You may make a nature check.
Oof.
Your result is a 7.
Oh no.
I see.
Oh.
However, you're not sure.
Okay.
If I may, what are we supposed to do here now that we met you?
What do you mean?
Have you not brought us here?
You brought yourselves
Are we to come
here.
to you? Are we to come to you to banish our own ignorance? I'm still confused. I'm sorry.
I see. You have yet to see the plan. Very well. I shall elucidate you. You, and others like you, are currently have been found themselves within the, I suppose, the shell of the twisting of narratives. It is from your particular outlook that we may yet surmise the truth of things. There are those who have taken the privilege of the traitor beyond what any could ever have hoped or feared it might be. And although the prism is made whole and the enemy is defeated, it yet still remains that the cancerous sacrifices that were made yet still fester. It is from thy realm of such a festering that is relevant to our conversation.
Right. Right.
There must always be a traitor. Is that what that means?
Yeah, the small guy say that.
What'd you say, Luke? I didn't quite catch it.
There must always be a traitor. Is that what you're alluding to? Is that what that is supposed to mean?
Well, that is simply a fact. What I am alluding to is that the actions of the great wizard, mad as he is, yet still lingers. His experiments past their usefulness. The land is sick and can yet still be cured. You have already begun to do so. And yet, you have tempered yourselves with colors, and your eyes are shattered. Such is the risk of each traveler's soul, I suppose. And now you have found yourself here, in the realm between stories. First, I shall satiate your curiosity, and then instruct you on what the story demands. It is up to you to listen, or not.
Well, I imagine this will be long, and I will come over here and have a seat.
I will also sit.
Elsie's gonna move back, but just not gonna sit for now.
Yeah, you stand.
Well, it seems that everyone has become settled. So, first, let us discuss why you are here. Not necessarily your purpose, but perhaps the methodology. What is it that you think has brought you here? I'm curious.
I think it's destiny.
We were talking about things, comparing notes, and then all of a sudden, boom, here we are.
Speaking of things of the fate and history of this well, I guess I should say our continent, what has befallen it, what will come of it.
It also has to do with the fact that we're all traveler souls.
Fate. Absolutely.
Does it matter?
It matters because it is important for me to understand your level of understanding. What was the action that brought you here? Be precise.
Handing notes to an already troubled librarian.
And a name.
Yeah, the names.
I'd been given permission to break a promise. Spoke them aloud.
The creature will smile and will raise its claws open. And the names? Speak them once more.
Ortegast, Gosen, Inuel, Cydia, and Nevia.
There it is. Names have power, dear friends. They describe what you are, but indeed they can go beyond such things to depict what you are. There is danger in names spoken in which you do not know, and even greater danger in words of power uttered without the strength to do so.
Oh. Like the names given to me by the other Shattered Eye, Booker.
Is that why you do not use a name but a title? Or is the title so long standing that it is one and the same?
Yes.
Pain will not.
So we had, stumbled upon some power word that led us here?
Yes and no. It is more so that the phrase uttered within its combination is one that has allowed knowledge to transfer from facet to facet. The traveler's soul is a curious thing. Do you know why it is referred to in facets?
Cornelius mentioned it. Sort of like how there's multiples of us, same traveler soul.
Different faces on a gem, no?
We have seen some of our own. He'll point to his party.
Pain will blink audibly.
The other me has a giant mustache.
She got the cool one.
Multiple people can have the same soul?
No, not quite.
It's more like you might be many and one at the same time. It's difficult to wrap your head around. You're not sharing it with anyone else. You are you.
No, it's like a prism.
Ooh.
There you
Light
are.
shines through the prism. It's
Yes.
the light of life shining through multiple facets.
So
what facet am I then?
You are like a hue or color. You are not the orange. You are not the green. You are just a. It's difficult to explain, but
Not a reflection.
no.
Yeah.
So what? It just shines through a soul and it reflects into multiple people?
Refracts is actually the better way of looking at it.
That would be the correct term, yes. Each of you are life, refracted through your traveler's soul. Each manifestation, though birthed in the physical realm, is representative of this facet. And the more facets you gain, the more powerful and more pure and more beautiful the soul within. It is through the power of traveler souls that the world and its many stories are written, recounted, and resolved. The enaction of words of power are like polishing of those facets. Words of power allow one to hew and, well, like a blade to a whetstone, sharpen the image.
Using your will to enact upon the world. I've been taught a little bit about power words.
Have you?
Yeah, some. Not much. I'm definitely no master.
Well, in all my time studying language, I've heard a rumor that some languages have more power than other.
Yeah.
Some older, some more primal.
Laza, the wizard you had met before, he has knowledge of an old one.
The one that was taught to me was the Shark Eye.
Real quick, Luke, can you check your DMs? I need to check something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I personally have learned quite a few languages. I specialize in a form of primordial. Additionally, Draconic is a language of some power.
The words of power are not necessarily depicted by their language.
It's depicted more on how much life and will you have when you say them.
It is more accurate to say that a language is composed of the faith and will of those that speak it. For a word is infused with meaning, yes, although it is invented by the people that speak it. But yet, when spoken, the belief of what that word's meaning is becomes shared through the entirety of the people. And therefore, when enough of this potency is pooled, they become words of power, able to tap into the shared faith and belief of all. And that is a major piece of lore that you should probably write down.
That is the 7.
Right. Does that mean that given enough time and enough people, anybody can create a word of power?
Presuming several facets, yes. But such a thing takes quite the use of resources.
So, power words in their respective given language are those people's faith poured into, well, a word.
But that would explain why names could have power, especially if they're the 7. Because the 7 is it's a belief of practically everyone, from what I could tell.
So because people believe in the 7, their names become power words, and because we said the names, then we wound up here. Nice.
Precisely. Although in your case, the names spoken were not quite themselves the 7, but rather reminiscent of the 7. One in particular.
The way these names, the words, all of this manifest power seems to be rather different. A small example I've seen, and you'll point to Chrome, is these ancestral magic types. They call upon a family name, and I presume that power links them through that name.
A family's name can bear such power, yes. But you are thinking low in the scale. The scale is much higher than that for a word of power. Some words echo throughout creation and are repeated. The more potent the word, the more time it can be found.
And which of these names was strongly linked with the 7?
Annuel.
Yeah.
As it is spoken, you will see a flash of violet upon the prism of the storyteller.
Oh.
Serving the prism as a reminder and a hunter of a wayward prismatic power to see that it is returned. His service towards the prism.
Speaking of words, you seem to emphasize reminder and his goal.
Indeed.
We met a creature in the dream bearing said title, holding that very color. Are they correlated? Are they the same? Is one an echo of another?
There are many reminders. They are attributed to each of the colors to ensure that what had happened could be avoided in the future.
He'll squint.
Would they be able to assist us with dealing with Tyr and his apprentices? Because he is attempting to extract the orange. I can only assume that what is happening here is endangering enough for their attention.
The word assistance may be misinterpreted depending upon which that you consider. Your paths and your stories are solidified. There are threats to your realm, Kovanis, of political, spiritual, indeed, chronological. But each soul is in place, and in hope they shall be victorious.
Do you mind? I guess, amuse me. I have a question about words, stories, and names.
Of course.
From my perspective, the name Pedro doesn't mean anything to me. Perhaps a reference to a single point in a story that I may perhaps forget. But I assume that to Simon, that is a word that holds a power to his story. These names of the traitors, successors, whoever they are exactly, are they people that hold power of the story that you watch over? Or the story of your namesake?
Could you repeat your question again, Luke? Sorry.
Do the names of the successors of Tyr, do they hold a power over the story that is of your namesake, similar to how Pedro is a word of power to Simon's story? Is it a correct equivalency?
While it is true that Pedro, this name, may have great potency to the traveler's soul that is bound and broken, what is more so is that the apprentices of Tyr, they have given themselves to madness. They have sacrificed their names, their identities. They have become a part of the Mad Wizard. It is how, amongst many other facets, that the Mad Wizard discovered the capability to resist the ever-dampening power of the Violet Unleashed. Destroyed many times, but made anew by those that would give themselves to him. He perfected it over time, and I suspect that even after his judgment, there may yet still be his threat to linger. But no, his apprentices have given up who they were. Their names bereft and left behind.
A purely pragmatic question. Sorry, Caspian. Well, I'll throw this out there, purely pragmatic speaking, for what we will probably have to deal with. I will assume then that they would not listen to reason about their master's success, making their current endeavors unnecessary. Is that a correct assumption of mine?
All is possible with a traveler's soul. Perhaps your words may pierce the madness. But difficult such a thing will be. Madness is self-imprisoning, after all. But I do not believe it is impossible, only difficult.
I suppose this goes back. So in essence, I saw the vision I saw was those said apprentices using whatever this method the Mad Wizard constructed, perfected, was to do his bidding, bring him back.
Perhaps. It is most likely that when the Mad Wizard would face the enemy, he suspected he would fail, and thus contingencies were put into place. I would imagine he being just as surprised as all things were when the enemy was defeated. In either case, perhaps that is what your vision revealed. The dragon will smile. Perhaps not.
You mentioned earlier, I'll stand up. As we settled around, that our world, Kovanus, is that there are people in the right places to do the right thing. Are we missing anything? Is there... I really want to fix things, perhaps for selfish reasons, but... Is there anything we're missing that you see that you're willing to tell us?
To tell you what you are missing would defeat the purpose of you missing it. Rest assured that your stories will continue as intended. Victorious or not, you have a part to play. You have freedom to choose. Fate, though its many threads weave before you a path, they are yet still just threads, to be rewoven by your choice and will and desire. For you are the chosen few, those that bear the mark of the traveler, whose souls burn bright in their facets. Within you a prism of the colors may yet still be summoned, and through it the colored threads change. Fear not what you could be doing, nay, look to what you feel you must do. For ahead there will be great and many perils. Doubt will hang upon the air. Some of you may even turn to nihilistic thoughts. Know this, that within you ring the echoes of those that came before. And although you may not be numbered as such, the 7 support you with their singular gift given to all, the power of hope.
There's a great many things that this group and this place has shown. And I am teetering on that nihilistic edge. I've always struggled with defying guidelines or intentions imposed upon me. My parents, the culture around me, deities that have brought me back. Now there's 1,000 worlds with 1,000 threats. A wizard with a hand in every pot. There is a great ignorance that has plagued Corvanus, yet there are myriad powers that seem to know and have the capability of divine interference. Yet it is left to us. You called us traveler souls with many facets. But we are just people, born, raised within cultures of ignorance and oppression. Why I over my siblings? Over my parents? Why, during the time of Metheria's rise, were there not people like us to stop that wrong? Why now? What difference does now make to then? Why?
If I may. You spoke of Metheria, why there were none to rise, but what you need to realize, the power of the traveler's soul. Metheria was one. Her will enacted upon the continent. And look upon your home now, greatly changed by her actions. So she has made it, so you can unmake it, should it be what you truly wish. As to why you were chosen, there are some mysteries in creation that even the wisest and most all-knowing beings cannot answer. The traveler's soul is an anomaly of life, an unpredictable systemic twist, but one of which hope is found at its center. To question why it has been given to you is fair, but folly. It is better to look upon it for what it is. It is a gift. The threads of fate are not prison to you, but they are tools as well. Your power, as the prism on its forehead begins to light with energy, is perhaps the strongest piece of creation. And yet it is fragile. That is its beauty. Deities, patrons, cosmic beings are bound by their own power, limited in their influence. For a story begins with the smallest of steps before it ripples beyond. And there, the traveler's soul is exception There, the traveler's soul is life and hope. There, the traveler's soul is life. Ever coiling, ever changing, ever growing, under the watchful eye of Lord Death.
And sort of looks down at the markings on his hands.
I do have one question as well.
Speak.
What do you know about the beings calling themselves the Ancients from our continent? What is their story? What do they have to do with all of its colors? And what they seem to know, or at least they tell that they know what's to come.
The Ancients are an experiment by the Mad Wizard in his mad vie to control the conceptual power of faith, to recreate ambition's thrall, garner the power of the orange, and amongst other myriads of tiny threads of experiments to seek what he sought. They are a failed prototype. They are just as lost as those that worship them. They aren't Vanti people.
Do they know themselves what they are?
No, not truly. One has an inkling, I believe. One has seen the Rognus. The wizard feared him, for his sight was unique.
The demon.
So this is the wizard I saw.
You speak of the one that was made of a traveler?
Touched the Asher Drake, the ancient. I think I saw the vision of him.
The dragon will nod.
That's terrifying.
The dragon will nod.
Wait, so he created the ancients? And then you will see him like stand up from where he was sitting. We're supposed to stop someone that plays on that level, stop his machinations. With what? We're just, like Fane said, we're just people. He plays on a different league, maybe a different planet also. Like, how are we supposed to shoulder all that waste? What if we fail?
A wizard is also just a person who rules the power.
Look at all he did as a king. I've been with y'all for, 2 weeks at this point? And the things that I heard are things that I've never even imagined could be possible.
In truth, our conversations probably would have gotten to something on this. This is information we had learned during our time at the library we spoke of.
And I think you answered your own question. Almost rhetorical. What if we fail? Then fail. That's what happens.
And we're not fighting here. We're fighting a few locations he's put up, saves he's put in places, pieces of machinery he's crafted, things that he's put in place to do what he needs done while he's not there.
We'd be undoing his work, much like what the storyteller told Fane about undoing Matheria.
But if he created all the ancients and one of them was rebellious, why did he keep it?
It was necessary for the experiment.
The ancients act as sort of guardians, keepers of the continent. One of their duties is to cleanse this place should it be overrun with corruption.
Is that all that we are to him? All that is our continent, our home to him? Just one big experiment?
It is more so that you are an engine, I would say.
I
With a
mean,
purpose in which to assist him with his experiments.
I'm
An engine
a
fueled
perfect
by-
example of Wilhelm, was
Right.
it? I'm
Yes.
I'm an example of that. By definition, sorcerers all technically carry some of his blood. It's what gives us our magic. And his experiments are what shattered my eye. He was doing all of this, whatever his experiments were in the long run, to try and shatter eyes, to try and coax out ambition, and to try and save the world in his own mad way.
The Mytharians, too, are also toys in all this. They weren't always Mytharians. They were a church of light. They're connected to the demons themselves, it would appear. As their faith grows,
I think it's
some of it's siphoned off.
I think it's safe to operate under the assumption that everything that ails this continent was a necessary means to an end, like a story written in.
And now it needs to end, because now that there's no longer a problem, it's causing problems.
I think there is a question I would like to ask, one that I think is a bit more important that we ask you. One of these projects we've learned of, it's called the Iris Project. We may have inadvertently helped move its cause forward, but from our understanding, it is a one that could use the violet to wipe any memory of its existence out. Do you know a way to protect us, to ensure that we cannot forget it, or a way that it would not be sacrilegious? I do not know the word, but it would not cause
Sacrilegious?
harm. I guess.
Arcadum, are you muted?
Yeah, sorry. Fuck. I was like, sorry. I was fucking. I'm sorry. I started yapping and I totally lost my place. Say again, please. I'm sorry. Can someone reset me? I'm sorry. I'm fucking muted.
That we had inadvertently assisted one of Tyr's failed apprentices in progressing a project known as the Iris Project. That is said that once it's completed, we'll use the violet to wipe memory of itself. Is there a way that you could tell us how to protect ourselves from such a force?
To protect oneself from the prismatic powers, one must understand them. One must wield them. Doubtful I am that even with these claims, that they would be in a position to do so.
I'm confused. From my understanding, the whole purpose of all this is to wield the colors. Why would they not have the ability to do so?
Because they are arrogant to believe they can.
Do you think they can?
You,
I don't wish to be rude, but I don't want to base myself on a bet.
The dragon will smile. That is precisely what you
oh,
have done.
side eye you.
That is precisely what you have done.
Hmm. I care to explain. I have been told endlessly that I don't understand these things, or that I am over presumptuous, or anything, but we acted rashly, I know, but I still wish to make sure that we cannot be torn away from our mission by some act of Tyr's machinations, I guess.
Then don't. You are traveler souls. If you are torn away, then it is because you are too weak to hold on.
Nar thinks back to that time whenever she was energy.
One of my group's goals is to reclaim information that was removed with prismatic power. History. Is it that those who once held it were too weak? How does such a act of primal or baser destruction even occur? Who can wield such a thing?
You.
Wildmouse smiles.
Then it is by the act of traveler souls that my people's history is erased.
The dragon will nod.
That same line of thinking, the active traveler souls that might be able to bring it back.
Oh, I intend to.
Good.
Cosmic threats and enemies abound will not change the fact that people deserve to know, whether they chosen few of cosmic coincidence or laymen living their life unknowing of the lies beneath their feet. The colors we have seen are insidious, it feels. Potent. To even tackle with a lesser portion of the orange took its significant toll. And to wield such a thing is terrifying. Why? That is a stupid question. I'm tired.
I have, I know our time is limited. I have questions. These may be selfish, but I will grasp for the time and take it. We will have them. My first of two. What of the Matron of Fate? Is she not a tyrant to some degree? To have a story planned out for people who have stories of their own.
She is a mother. caring for wayward children. It is by her will that the first timid steps of a traveler's soul may yet not end in ruin. Potential must be explored. It is by her weave that such potential may yet be revealed.
You see Marlowe tear up a bit and hold on to his last question until he's able to say it.
Oh, I think Marlowe needs a question. A second. What then of the circus? The clowns that seem to hold sway over such things?
What?
They act as her astral emanations.
They have bound me and mine to fates. Presumably in the future.
They have bound you to threads that you sought. But you are traveler soul. If you do not like your fate, then change it.
What does it mean for us to have been released from her?
All children grow up.
Borderline cryptic, but understandable. Where do we go from here?
What do we do next?
That is up to you. There are things here yet to be explored, and strength yet to gain from those that have come before. They offer this strength back to you freely. They wish to support you, that you might succeed within your endeavors and live within the worlds that they bled and sacrificed for. Level!
I know I have the strength of one. His name was Atreus. Checked at the library at Corsale.
I'll ask my final question. Which, to be frank, might actually not be my last question, but at least the thing I might have to bear with me a bit. The closest I've seen of life, I guess you could say, is through the lens of a story. Our journey, all of us, being one of them. And looking at things in this manner, I can't help but try and interpret some of the tone. To listen to the story that speaks from the texture of the page itself, you could. And I've been haunted by this listening. There is something off about memory. Maybe I'm projecting my idealism of how memory should be preserved. I will nonetheless. But there is an inseparable and yearning sorrow to the memory that adorns these pages. I can't not see it.
Then go find it.
I'm convinced I have. And maybe not in specificity or not see it. Am I speaking nonsense or just trying to paint a picture of something that isn't there?
You are not the first to find meaning in the shadows and echoes. That is not to say there is nothing there. But the journey there of this understanding is your own. To answer it for you would be to rob you of its strength, to rob you of yourself. But there is something to be found upon the edge of twilight.
Well, I've got nothing to ask that would lead us back to talking in circles. It would be pointless.
Are we ready to move forward? To go back?
I do have a concern about the ancients. Are they still connected to damage or wizard?
They are bound to their warden's chains. The warden is gone, and only his lieutenants remain.
So we need
What
only
are
break
these?
the chains or free them from his captors.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I saw the ancients suffer. Didn't know why.
You said there was many places to explore still in here, or whatever this is. Where do you suggest we go from here?
I suggest you follow your heart.
My heart.
That's easy enough.
You should.
Is there a way to free them from their lieutenants?
Yes.
How?
The dragon will shift slightly. If you wish to learn how to free them, you must first understand truly what they are. And to do that, you must seek those that worship them. Hidden within their religion is the source of the chains.
Bounty.
Is it similar to the Church of Light, where their very vows hide within it the connections to the demons? We need to simply decipher them.
I have said my piece. Seek it if you wish.
Thank you. That's That helps a lot. Well, at least I know my mission now.
I have a question. If the violet is tied to memory, it was used to wipe traces of existence from the memories, or at least the archives of the druids. It could also be used to force memory, so that something could never be forgotten. Like they're trying to, like the lieutenants were trying to do with Tyr, I believe the name was.
To use the prismatic powers is dangerous. But perhaps.
The orange. Is the orange in danger? I remember the knowledge gods had said we needed to temper it with the red.
Indeed.
This might be baseless speculation, but does that mean that the orange is leaning too close to the yellow? Am I approaching this from a color wheel perspective?
The orange has weakened the yellow. Ambition has weakened time. And so, with wisdom, it may be balanced yet again.
That's why my discussion with the orange went the way it did. Huh.
We have a path set out to the east of Corvallis, to Eldafife, to seek out vague memories of prismatic mentions in order to undo the historical erasure. Is that even the correct thread to be following? It seems the continent is plagued with issues, and for it to be seeded so far from its wound feels strange to me.
It is not. The mechanism that is used to drive this engine was first manipulated, and it is there in the memory of the East that you will find the lie that was told.
Ben will not.
I think I know at least one person you're gonna have to talk to. Good old King of Eldafife.
We were interrupted in our exchanges of information. There's a lot for us to divulge to one another, and it might just be redundant. These kinds of details.
That is fine. We will find time for such things.
Will they be needing the prismatic key that we have in our possession?
The Watcher M should hold the key, for there may yet be more hands to join with thee.
Odds.
You guys like my prose?
Swirls mustache. Swirls coffee.
Ale?
Everything needs to come full circle.
Oh, this reminds me. You'll pull out the key. You need this back now.
He opens his underwear to you, so you can put the key in it. Using it.
I look away.
The dragon
Do you
looks.
Hold my
The
hand to
dragon
my
looks
eye.
down and measures.
As do I.
As does Elsie.
Caught him.
Wait.
No, I'm just kidding.
Spoiler.
That story was already told.
That story was already told.
No, it's between you and me now, Luke. Roll
by your
in
mom.
person.
Yeah, by your mom.
Alright.
Sorry, I didn't say it.
I do need you to understand that you're asking an infectious zombie to reach near your junk.
Fucking do it. Let's get over.
Do it, coward.
Take a bite.
I mean, he'll do it. It's,
Whole new
it's,
meaning to giving brain.
Jump.
Anyway,
Alright. I'll give it
as
to you.
as he reunites
Wow.
the stone with stones. God, I've completely lost my group. Fane will go back and sit down again.
No, we got you.
Yeah, we gotta go. We're getting creative.
We gotta
We got
go.
more
We're
questions.
getting crazy.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
It's not good.
Let's go follow our hearts, or whatever they said.
Group.
Yes.
Every
Follow
minute,
our
every day.
hearts.
Fane will approach the storyteller.
The storyteller
Head-
will look down at the tiny elf man.
Head bowed slightly in reverence. Forgive me a personal question. For keeping history alive through word of mouth is cherished. Your name and title in Elvish would be Shanaki. A venerated position, held by the old, the lived. But my father once told me that each one with each story would grow lonely. For all they were left were the memories of triumphs and failures of people long past. Lingering here, watching such things, perhaps you were beyond it. But is loneliness a feeling? Do you sit so far upon a pedestal that you do not feel the warmth of those around you? Do you siphon, or I suppose, cherish and hold dear the feelings that the stories evoke in others that you cannot reach yourself? This is not my place to ask, but it is one that lingers.
I am surrounded by thousands of stories. I live and breathe their love and loss, strength, weakness. I walk with them. I share in their joy and their tragedies. And then the dragon will respond in Elvish. Nilme riam ina enor makara.
Bane will bow his head. Mila. And then he will turn and leave. Which is a million thank yous, because Irish is excessive.
Did I say that right?
It says,
I must have butchered.
Neil may Riv in the Aener Machara. You were pretty damn close.
That's why you were stun locked, okay? That's because I was really close.
Yeah, you were really close. Yeah.
Oh.
The dragon proceeds to butcher Irish in a level of sentimentality that cannot be measured.
Thanks, Luke. It's not trying. Jesus Christ.
Very nice.
For chat's sake.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay.
Yeah, the dragon said, "I am never alone, my friend."
My friend, yeah.
Okay, I just translated it. Thank God for Google Translate.
The savior of D&D.
Dude, for real, I've used that shit so much, and it has actually helped. All right, look, man.
It's good. It's gotten way better than it used to be.
Yeah, like when you speak.
It used to be a joke.
Yeah.
It's so much better now.
Anyway, with that, the storyteller will say, "You have ventured far into the space between the pages. There comes a time when all things must end. Thy break is upon you. With that, the dragon will rise and open its great wings, and you can see within the inside of its wings there are tattoos upon its skin. Stories, hundreds of them, each in different languages, shifting and swirling like the murals around them. And now, to sharpen your souls, to stand against what may yet still come, I shall grant you a boon, bestowed upon me by those that came before. Of each struggled soul and each story unfinished, may with their strength you see yours resolved." The dragon will flap its wings, and around you, story, history, lives will float and flow with a magic of wind, kissing your hair, dancing along your hands. The magic sweeps and swirls around you and stilling you. Your bodies grow sharper. Your minds grow stronger. And your spirit soars. And I grant you level 8.
Woohoo!
Ayo.
And that's pretty much where I'm going to call it, because I got to do stuff.
Nice.
Fuck. So we have to stay here for 30 days. We gotta retrain.
Okay, I got.
Is down.
Okay, maybe I'm reading too much into it. But did you switch the your mind grows sharper and your body goes stronger in purpose?
No, I did not. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
Thank you for
Oh,
bringing
Venom.
his
Looking for meaning in every word.
No, dragon. Effectively interchangeable.
Please do not. Please do not read into that. That doesn't mean anything extra. Okay, thank you. Your stench grows more pungent.
I was like, am I reading too much into it?
Yeah, yes, bro.
I'm just elbowing Marlo in the knee. Hey, you gonna go copy that dragon's wings?
Marlo leans over and is like, "I showed Craig my cock."
Oh, lovely.
So speaking of which, was I able to get a peek?
I was not impressed.
I'm sure he was very impressed.
I wasn't.
I was not.
It was entirely bad.
All right, good fucking session, guys. So
Very good.
So now I want to talk about. First I'll end stream because I got to talk about this off stream. I think. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me see if we got any fan art.
Yes, we have a prime meme.
We have some.
Casey drew me something.
Okay, fine. Give me a second. Let me go find it. Waymaker did something? Whoa! Where? Okay, Cyber. Yeah, I get excited about art. Did you draw something? Cyber? I would have been very happy, and I would have had the same voice. No, it's not. It's the fucking truth, nerd. Yep. German, yep. Heide Witzka. Oh mein Gott.
Would Arcadum love me more if I spoke
apparently
to him?
we're muted. Apparently
Yeah,
we're muted,
you are not muted now. It's
Okay.
We didn't hear the
Hey,
slur.
Rada.
there.
Kaza.
That is amazing.
Puta
That's pretty
casa.
cool.
That's
Accurate walking walking animations, rotations.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
yeah.
William Free. Oh god, the entry into the Twilight Mouses. William Freeheart, one of the few other halflings I've
Journal,
encountered.
yeah.
His visage might be a useful one, better than halfling Marlowe. Not very perceptive and makes up for it in charm. He almost walks in the direction he's walking. No slouch, good posture, but despite the confidence, there's a layer of sadness. Oh, okay. Nice
He's a
red.
sad
What a
boy. I've
Over
noticed.
burn. He's really stupid, but really pretty.
He's unfortunate.
He is. I asked him if he noticed. I asked him if he noticed the chemistry going on between Fane and Mazakin, and he's like, is there? Boy's dense.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about
It's
it.
called
-1
aura,
intelligence.
bruh.
Yes, he is very
Dude, you need to
stupid.
get the fuck out of my house. You smell like pure unfettered ass.
I spent far too long drawing over that meme.
I'm good.
Oh, dude,
Another.
this one's sick, dude.
Dang.
Daisy popped off.
His strength
Daisy-
score
oh my
is not
God.
that high, though.
That is true. I have 4 strength.
Is that male Fane? Holy shit.
No, it's when you apotheose.
Yeah, it's when I apotheosis, I inflate.
Doggy inflates. Dr. Fane.
Oh.
But it does look sick, though.
This is perfect.
I don't understand. What's the context?
So confused. I'm like, you shouldn't be at all.
That's just how Marlowe feels about the Twilight.
Mhm.
I don't know the context either.
I
Yeah,
see.
picture speaks of that.
You know, it's Wilhelm and Twilight.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's my first guess. I don't know.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for playing, players.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow for the next series of streams that I'm like gonna run for you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. everyone.